This is Milani, Chapter 14, Section 2. In this problem, or this section, we are going to talk about the application for absolute extrema. Now, problem number 1. In this problem, read the question. This problem, it explains how to find the average cost, which right here, the average cost is going to be, we indicated with the bar above the cost, that sign means the average, and whatever your equation is, you divide it by x. The reason, let me make it so simple. If I have a 15 and 17, if I'm trying to find the average, I add the 15 plus 17, which is going to be 32. Then we divide it by 2 because we had a 2 quantity. Divided by 2 is going to be 16. Now, anytime you have a C of x, we don't know what is the quantity is. Then we use the quantity as a x. That's the reason. Cost divided by x is going to be average cost. Now, in this problem, it says find the derivative of the average cost, then find the x, which it does make it minimum value. Now, derivative of the average cost, that means first, I have to find the average cost. I do have a cost here. I would divide this one by x, then several ways you can do it. You can factor the x out from the top, and then that x by this x you can cancel. Or you can say you have an x here, one of this x, one of this x, one of this x. You can cancel all of them. However, it makes sense for you. Now, on my PowerPoint, I factor the x out from the numerator, then I reduce this x by this x. Then that is going to be my average cost. Again, if you notice, A I indicated as an average cost, or you don't have to do both. You can do one of them, or have a bar above the cost, and I just kept carrying it down. This is my average cost. Now, I have to find the derivative. Get the derivative of x exponent 2. Don't forget, this c, when I find the derivative of the average, that c is become c prime, or this a is become a prime, and then x exponent 2 is become 2x, and the derivative of a minus 7x is 7 minus 7. Derivative of a 10 is going to be 0. Now, we need to find a critical point. To find a critical point, you will set the first derivative equals 0, solve for x. Move the minus 7 to the other side, and at the same time, I divide both sides by 2, which x is going to be equal to 3.5. This is the x value for critical point. Now, in order for us to find out if this x value is the minimum or the maximum, then you are going to find the second derivative. Go to the first derivative, make sure it's going to be double prime. The derivative of a 2x is 2, derivative of a minus 7 is 0. Now, my result is the positive number. If the result is positive number, that means we have a relative mean. Now, here, I do not have an x to do the testing on the second derivative. I have just the number, and my number is positive, means I have a relative mean. That means when the x is 3.5, that is the minimum average cost.